yes, hi, and welcome to the Dark Knight Conspiracies. Episode 51, Hot Summer Nights. Well, I know it's been a while since I posted anything, and quite frankly, I didn't think I was ever going to post anything again. But stuff is so crazy out there, it's hard to keep up with everything. And typically I get that gut feeling that says, put this out there, do a show on this. I haven't gotten one of those in a while, so that's why I haven't posted anything. But I'm going to put something out there now, just because maybe it's time. And I'm going to be all over the board tonight, folks. Oh, I don't even really know where to begin, do you? I mean, it's Christmas in July, it's winter and summer. That snowball is rolling downhill so fast. I guess I'll start out with the latest of Mr. Flip-Flop himself, Dr. Fauci. Emails come out. What do we got? We've been lied to, folks. And again, for somebody in what I've done, what I've been doing my whole life, which is reading, which I encourage everybody to do instead of watching TV. I haven't watched mainstream media and I don't know how long. I've shut it all off a long time ago. Because all they're doing is lying to you. You're not going to get anything relevant. My experience has taught me, if you want to know what's really going on in the world, go to other countries' newspaper sites. Because we are literally in a blackout in this country. We are not getting the news of what's really going on in the world. And you'll look up articles, you'll see, oh, well, I didn't see this on Main Street. I didn't see this on the TV. Oh, this is a major event. I didn't see this on TV. There's a reason! I'm going to try and keep my temper down. So now it's come out, this whole V thing, the COVID-19. It's all looking like it was a lie, isn't it, folks? Wear a mask. Don't wear a mask. Wear 3 masks. No, you need 4. No, it don't work. Has anybody noticed the flu has disappeared? Don't hear any more about that. What happened to the flu vaccines? Anybody see those? Anybody? I go by Walgreens. I don't see any signs. Get your flu vaccine here. Nope. Gone. So apparently we should have been wearing masks a long time ago because we basically killed the flu, right? Wrong. He's in a lot of trouble, folks. And so are a lot of our heads of state. Because it's starting to come out. Now we're starting to see the articles about certain therapeutics that actually worked. Well, it's not news to me. I was seeing videos and articles from doctors around the world talking about how they were treating their patients with these things. 100% effective recovery rate. But yet anytime one of them went on TV, came out with a report, what happened? Discredited, shut down, psychopath, conspiracy theorist. Folks, this is one of the lessons in discernment. And you need to pray for this. The minute somebody gets canceled, or let me start with the minute somebody tries to speak the truth, gets canceled, ridiculed, attacked, social media banned, you name it, those are the people you need to be following and listening to. And I know a lot of people got a lot of questions out there, and I'll try and answer some of them because I know where a lot of these questions are coming from because it's all over the place. But let me just backtrack into something else here. What we're seeing, according to some people, is pantomime, a movie. I somewhat believe that, to a large degree, and I'll tell you why. And this is my opinions only. Let's think logically. Democrats control the White House. Democrats control the House. Democrats control the Senate. Can somebody explain to me why they can't get nothing passed if they were really in control? Interesting, isn't it? Why can't they get these voting laws passed? They want this H.R. 1 voting law passed where the federal government regulates voting. Why can't they get it passed? Maybe it's because they're really not in control and this is all acting, is what we're seeing. And I'm going to get into this a little later on into the show about the whole acting because I've got issues with it. And rightfully so. But I also understand there may be reasons for it. But certain circumstances that don't fly with me. So with that being said, let's get into some articles, and I'll pull up the first one, and here it is. New study confirms Trump was right. Fauci, the Democrats, the media, tech giants, they were all in on it. They lied about the therapeutics to simply damage Mr. T. Lives were lost. If these people aren't held accountable, this is crimes against humanity. I want to see military tribunals. I want to see them. I don't want to hear about them. Because again, you can't vet this stuff. And this is going to get into a lot of people on the alt-right media. They're attacking each other. They're getting attacked. And you want to know why? Because some of them have put out their dates. And it's biting them in the you-know-where. I haven't done that. I don't do that. That's the minute you put something like that out there goes your credibility. I'll make a prediction of what I think might happen, but that's not the same as putting out a date. Nostradamus made predictions, and a lot of his came true, but a lot of them didn't, as far as we know. So, for all these people out there, and I'll just give one example, two people. One, I really respect as being a source of information. Kind of goes with the old CIA project of MK Ultra, and you can Google that to see what that was all about. Basically, that was about controlling the press, but a certain individual goes by those names, and this week on Monday, her and her guest said something big's going to happen Wednesday. Well, I don't know if it did or didn't, because I don't know what to look for. This is my point. Stop telling people, oh, something big's going to happen on this day or something big's going to happen on that day. If you can't back it up with factual evidence, keep your mouth shut. We've been going through this for the last year and a half about hang in there. Keep the faith. Keep your hope. Now, my faith is in the Lord. I pray for Him. I pray to Him to give me guidance and show me where this road is going. Not these people. So again, this damages their credibility, in my opinion. I still like them as individuals, but stop. And they're not the only ones. There's religious people that claim they have intelligence. All these people that claim they have intelligence, here's my position on this. They're either in it, they're being manipulated and fooled, or they're on the other side to discredit everything and to give people false hope. End of story. So now, I want to stay on this topic for a second, because Mr. T is getting a lot of heat out there on social media about why he promoted the jab. Me being one of them. I had issues with it at first, but when you take a step back and use the 48-hour principle and think about the situation, most people don't realize this, and I'm going to lay it on you. We're in a world war, folks. Whether you believe it or not, we're in a world war right now. It's just not been publicized. When you have, and it's going to come out, foreign countries that interfered in our election, that is the definition of being attacked. So with that being said, when you're in these predicaments, and I can't say I've ever been in one, but we're all in predicaments where we have choices to make. You weigh the pros and cons. And if the pros outweigh the cons, it leads you in a certain direction. If the cons outweigh the pros, that leads you in another direction. Well, Mr. T was in the same direction by promoting the jabs, because everybody's wondering, given all the information that's floating around out there, why would he do this? Well, I'm going to try and explain it to you. When you're at war, your military, generals, chief of staff give you scenarios of plans, attacks, defense, the whole kit and caboodle. What you have to weigh is what would the course of action be to ensure victory but lessen the collateral damage. And I believe Mr. T did this, because let's face it, for those of you that are not awoke yet, the globalists and deep state, their plan was to keep us locked down, destroy our economy until 2023. And if you don't think that wasn't the plan, all you have to do is go back and look at what some of these heads of state, these governors did over the last year and a half. This was the only way he could get the economy. He had to get the economy opened. Otherwise, his plans would have failed. I'll leave it at that. You can judge one way or the other. Yeah, I had issues with the same thing, but sometimes you don't always have the best option. It's a lesser of two evils. And I believe that's what he did. Now, what he did was didn't mandate it, gave us a choice, where we know what the other side would have done, and we're already seeing it. What did they do? We're not going to get our hands involved. We're not going to mandate this. Instead, we'll leave it up to the companies and the corporations to mandate it. This is how they circumvent and get around this stuff. This is experimental. It's not approved. This violates the Nuremberg laws. Go look it up. We cannot be mandated to be test subjects. I'm just waiting for the good guys to come riding in and start arresting these people. That's all I'm asking for. So now what is this all leading up to? This is what it's all about, folks. Only 3 pallets left in Arizona. You think they want this to come out? Anybody notice the massive internet outage this week with certain corporations? Go look it up. Go Google it. That was a test run, folks. They don't want this information to come out. And something's coming. Some event is coming that's going to delay these results from coming out because it doesn't fit the narrative. My prediction? You might see the passing of a world leader. I don't know. Might have something to do with a certain country that has royalty, so to speak. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, come on, dude. 99 years old. No, I get it. Natural causes, no problem. My question is, when did it happen? This is why I run a conspiracy show. Just like RGB, maybe you put them on ice for a couple years till you need them. Who knows? But based on rumors and reports coming out that this is all going to be ready to go and finished by Monday, which happens to be Mr. T's birthday, also happens to be Flag Day. I salute you, the great states of the United States, not the corporation, the republic. May God bless us all. So we'll have to see how it plays out. One thing I do know, and everybody's getting frustrated, tired, how much longer is this going to go on? One thing I do know, I will predict this. It's not going to go until the elections of 2022, because if they don't fix this now, forget the elections. It's over and done with, and we lost. So this needs to be all fixed by then. That's my prediction. I'll put a year on it. Now, we have all this Nasara Jacera stuff going around. Look, I believe there is going to be a financial reset. The deep state was planning. They called it the Great Reset. There's no doubt this is coming. All your Wall Street experts, everybody says it's only a matter of time. They can't keep printing money to get out of this. So I do believe that there's some stuff going on with that. And you're starting to see, if you go look at other countries' newspaper sites, they're all talking gold. They're all talking gold. Well, here we go. Now Russia's talking about abandoning the US dollar. And actually, this is kind of an older article, but a more recent one, I couldn't find it right off the cuff, but a more recent one was they were talking about getting off the SWIFT system. Well, for those of you that don't know, the SWIFT system is our current money system. The quantum financial system is a separate. Now, a lot of people are out there saying it's been activated and it's running simultaneously, and that 200 countries are on board with this, where all money is going to be backed by gold. We'll have to wait and see how this plays out, but I do believe this is coming. And this is going to trigger, my guess this would trigger the 10 days of darkness, the emergency broadcast system, because if people woke up the next day and found out their 401ks are gone, their Social Security's gone, well, you're going to have mass panic. So you're going to need some kind of diversion to keep people from finding out what's going on, and then boom, you come out, everything's fixed somewhat. I mean, I really don't know how this is going to play out. This is just how I envision it. Now, if you want to get into the biblical side of things, this guy is one I have followed, and he has been spot on. He's a financial guy. But what he does, and I'll leave the links to all this stuff in the description, this Bo Pony, I have watched this guy for probably close to a year and a half now. This guy has been spot on with his predictions. Now, he bases it all on being out of the Bible, numerology, gematria, and trends. This is what you call science, people. He puts it out there. You can go research what he said in the past, when he said it was going to happen. The guy has been spot on. And he's saying the month of June is when this is going to happen. Let's wait and see. He's been right so far. I guess everybody deserves to be wrong sometime, but fascinating interview. Biblical in nature. It's all got to do with numbers that are in the Bible, and for people that haven't picked up or read their Bible, the Bible is full of numbers and symbology. There's certain numbers that are important in the Bible. 7s, 12, and I can go on and on. So now I'm going to end the show with this broadcast, or with this last rant for the broadcast. Myself included, and a lot of people, and this is the one question I have when I think about this logically. If I look at the current situation of what's going on right now, we have the globalists and the deep state that have been lying to us for centuries. We also have what I call the white hats, doing all this pantomime, as they call it, watching a movie, they're also lying to us to a certain degree. Now, they claim the truth will come out later on, and this is for the good. I get that part from a war perspective. Here's where I have the issue with it. One, when this is all said and done, everybody gets exposed, and when I'm talking everybody, I'm talking about the school system, the health system, the government system, the church system. These were all people we trusted. And the 17 board always said the people you trusted the most were the ones that betrayed you. So here's my question. Moving forward, how do we trust anything anymore? I know I'm still going to question everything. Half of me says, once this all gets and everybody gets into, oh, everything's fixed and we can go back to our normal lives. This is what got us in this situation in the first place. You can't go back to your ordinary lives. We have to stay alert every single day of our lives. This is my message to everybody. Both sides are guilty of doing the same thing, deceiving us. That's just my opinion. One's for the good cause and one's for the bad cause. And the comparison I'll make to it is I'm going to go back to my conspiracy days of UFOs, which you're seeing a lot of stories of. Let's take the Roswell incident. 1947. One, if not two, UFOs crashed in Arizona. A lot of cover-up went on there. Most people would agree there was a massive cover-up. Given the time and the situation, it was necessary. Why? Those of us that didn't live back in those days, life was so much simple. They didn't have all this technology. All of a sudden, you come out and say, Earth's being visited by flying saucers and we recovered a couple of them. You're going to have mass panic, folks. People aren't going to know how to deal with it. And on top of it, you're going to have a government that says we have no way to defend against this. I get the secrecy. But we're going on close to 70 years now. I think at some point, we're ready to handle this. And this is my point. Why is the secrecy needed? Well, black budgets. Weapons were probably made out of the recovery of this craft. Some say we've had help. We've actually contacted. They're actually walking among us. Who knows? Sooner or later, it's going to get disclosed, though. So, that's my reference. Sometimes, yes, the secrecy is needed. But at some point, you have to come out and tell the public the truth. We're not babies. And my point would be, what makes you people better than us? We're all human beings. We all have a brain. Some of us can cope with some of this stuff. Some of us can't. That's understandable. But what makes you people think you're better, that you can handle the truth and we can't? And that's my rant. And I'll leave it at that. Other than we got a eclipse tonight. Some say bad things happen during these things because of the waves and the energy, and let's wait and see. But I do think we're in for somewhat of an interesting weekend. We'll see how it plays out. And with that, all I'm going to say is prepare yourselves, get with the Lord, repent, ask Him for your guidance and discernment. And for those of you that say, well, the Lord doesn't talk to me. Yes, He does. You're just not listening. For those of you that get these gut feelings at certain times that maybe I should do this, or you know what, I think I'm going to take this route. That's your soul talking to you. And possibly God. For others, it comes in dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Most people wake up and say, oh boy, that was a crazy dream, and just get dressed, get ready, go to work. Pay attention to your dreams. Sometimes God is speaking to you in those dreams. Sometimes your relatives that are deceased are speaking to you in your dreams. Call me a nutcase or whatever you are. I don't care. That's just how I feel about the situation. I love you all. I love everybody. God bless. And as always, stay safe, stay vigilant, be prepared, and seek the Lord. Thank you, everybody, and good night.